it's super cold. Did not like having to scrape the snow off my car this morning. Could everybody please rise and let's start the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. Start the evening off with the report from Mrs. Cahill, so she can get the serious stuff out of the way before we start talking about the fun stuff we have in store. So,
well, some of this might be fun. Some of this might be fun. Okay. I think I'm going to use the wireless mic. Okay. If it comes on. Okay, so I'm not going to use the wireless mic because it's not working. So, hi everyone. Hello.
Okay. Hi. Welcome. Happy holidays. Welcome to December. So thank you for being here this evening. I'm excited to present this month's Student of the Month. I also want to share a little bit of information about what's been happening with regard to our SET plan. I also want to thank our teachers for coming out and being here this evening, and of course to our PTA for supporting us. Thank you to the PTA for our November and December cultural arts events. In November we have a character ed program here, and in December, I think the 13th, we have wacky science coming up. So thanks to PTA for that presentation. For those of you that might not know, our SET plan, which is our school comprehensive education plan, was approved. It is now uploaded onto the district website. So if you're interested in reading a little bit more in depth about our SET plan, it is now made public. We have parent-teacher conferences coming up on December 10th, and I hope to see everyone throughout the building so that you can learn a little bit more about your child and how they're progressing. One of the things that we're going to ask of each of our parents, and this is part of our SET, is to take a parent survey. And so we came up with a very short 3-question survey that we're going to ask parents to submit at the conclusion of your parent-teacher conference. So what I'm hoping to do is send home kind of like the paper prototype so you can see it first, but I do want to share it here with you this evening.
So it's going to be available in English and Spanish. And so there's 3 questions. There's going to be a range of numbers from 6 to 1. 6 would be if you strongly agree, 5 if you agree, 4 if you somewhat agree, 3 if you disagree, 2 if you strongly disagree, and 1 you just decide you're not going to answer it. So the first question on the survey is, I received notes, calls, and other feedback from my children's teachers. So one of the things that we implemented this year was random calls and or contact with families in addition to the positive office referrals. So some families from the beginning of school to this point in time have received phone calls from me where their child was referred to the office for some positive behavior. I contact the parent, I congratulate them. The parent at first has a heart attack because they're not happy that their principal is calling saying, I have your child in the office with me, and they think, oh my God, what did they do? And then I have the pleasure of saying, I want to tell you exactly what they did, and then I rattle off a whole bunch of positive things. So I'm hoping that our teachers are reaching out and making contact with our families. The second question is, I received specific test assessment information about my child's progress. So some of the things that I hope you see coming home are any types of formative or summative assessments that are happening in the classroom. If you're checking your child's backpack regularly, or if you're checking their folders, that information should be coming home and shared with you. And I know that a lot of our teachers request that the parents sign off on it and then send it back. This way we know, that's our checks and balances, to know that you are receiving this information. And then the last question is, my child or children is required to self-monitor their progress and keep track of their own learning. So for example, knowing their snappy words. And so I'm hoping that you have some of your pictures. This happens to be a snappy word rocket in one of our second grade classrooms. And these snappy words should be going home at night, and kids should be practicing with their snappy words. And then these are their rockets that each time they learn a new set of words, they're lifting up on their rocket. So this is one example. Another example is you might see something like this going home, where it talks about my reading goals, or you might see something like this coming home in the upper grades that talks about their reading inventory and their levels. This was the positive office referral that teachers send to the office. When I get these pink sheets, then I usually seek out the child in class. I make a big deal out of it, and then I ask them to come to the office during recess in order to celebrate them. And then hopefully some of you have noticed outside, in between the main office and the nurse's office, there's a bulletin board that's changing monthly or bi-monthly that talks about what each grade level is doing in the subject areas. So those are just a few examples. Another example are the book baggies that your kids are coming home with. That's another example of how we're sharing information and how your child is progressing in school. If your child is talking about their guided reading level or their independent reading level, that's another form of assessment that teachers are sharing with our families. And as far as kids setting goals and monitoring their progress, that also speaks to the rockets, the reading goals, their book baggies, knowing their multiplication facts or their addition facts. So those are some ways that we are requiring kids to self-monitor. For those of our families, we also have an option to listen to the survey in Spanish.
Encuesta de participación familiar de edad. Please take a moment to answer this question. Please rate your answer using the following scale. 6 strongly agree, 5 agree, 4 somewhat,
Not
3
sure why that
disagree,
switches
2
to Spanish
strongly
when it's in
disagree,
English, but
1 no answer. Tómese un momento para responder estas preguntas. Califique su respuesta utilizando la siguiente escala: 6 muy de acuerdo, 5 de acuerdo, 4 algo, 3 en desacuerdo, 2 muy en desacuerdo, 1 sin respuesta.
So, let me get back to the...
So the survey is very short, it's very simple. We do ask that our parents take the time to take this survey because this is going to provide me with some really important information. I'm going to share with you what our goals are for January. Our goal is that, one of our goals is that by January 2020, 65% of families will agree they receive test, assessment, and other information about their child's progress. Another goal is that 72% of our parents will agree they receive notes, calls, emails, and other feedback from their child's teacher. And our third goal is that by 2020, January 2020, 56.25% of families will agree their child is required to set goals and self-monitor their progress and keep track of their learning. And so I'm looking forward to looking at the results from our survey. The other piece that I want to share with you is a piece that relates to PBIS.
And so, with some of our SEP money, and I will pass this around, you can even just look at the cover. The cover is pretty much exactly what we're ordering, except it's going to be in the PatMed colors, okay? And it's going to be, our prototype is English and Spanish. So this relates to the work that the RTI for Behavior team has been working on. Our acronym is that Eagle SOAR, so we're talking about safety, ownership, acceptance, and respect. And so monthly what we will be doing is focusing in on those topics of safety, ownership, acceptance, and respect. So I will pass that around. So we're getting posters and we're getting stuff for the cafeteria and stuff for the hallways. In addition to that, I've ordered 2 sensory packs. One is going to be, have to think. Remember, there are 2 different paths, but the sensory paths will be laid in between these 2 parallel hallways here. And when some of our kids who might need to take a break, might be overwhelmed, they'll have an opportunity to utilize the sensory path to help them, you know, just feel a little bit more calm and be a little bit more ready to learn.
Just see. And I think that about does it for my principal's report, other than wanting to wish all of our families a very happy holiday season. I hope you all stay safe and enjoy, you know, the real part of what holidays are, and that's about giving back and spending time with one another. So I'm going to turn this over back to Mrs. Kelly, and she's going to continue with her part of our meeting this evening.
Excuse the interruption, there's a GMC truck outside with the interior lights on.
All right. I have everybody's attention. This is cool. It's not like this at home. I go, hey guys, and they're like, what? All right. First, let's go over our treasurer's report with Mrs. Shine.
Good evening, everybody. So November's Treasury report is pretty brief. Basically, the report consists of paying our invoices for all of our fundraisers and events that we had in the month of October, which was a lot. We had our catalog fundraiser, we had our Spiritwear fundraiser, we hosted our pumpkin patch and our, oh, that was October. We hosted our Zombie Zumba, which was at the end of October, so all of our bills were paid for them. And then we also were able to contribute $48.11 to the Cultural Arts Fund that is run by Mrs. O'Brien and helps for different grade levels to pay for field trips. So we were able to contribute a little bit of money. She had raised most of what she needed, and they just needed that little bit of donation from us. So yeah, pretty uneventful month. Thank you.
We gotta pay the bills. It's December. And we've got a few things happening. On this Thursday, from 6:30 to 7:30, we're having a free Zumba night. There is a limit to how many people can attend, and that limit has been hit, which was very exciting. So that's great. So Thursday night, if you've signed up and you have not gotten a slip back, you're good to go. That is being hosted by Cardio Brickhouse. That's the name, right? Cardio Brickhouse? Brickhouse Cardio, just up the street. The business owner has offered a free class just to help out with the community, which I think is great. December 11th through the 13th, during the school day, is our holiday boutique. We will be sending home a flyer with information and a money envelope. It's a budget envelope, so you can list you want your child to spend $2 on mom or $1, you know, and you pick the person that you want your child to shop for, and then you put the money in. And what happens is your student will come in, and they will hand us the envelope, we'll look at it, and we will help them shop. We need volunteers, so many volunteers for this, because the more grown-ups in the room, the quicker it goes, the smoother it goes, and the more engaged the kids are. And you can sign up for that on the Member Hub website, or you can email us, Facebook message, however you want to get a hold of us to let us know that you'd like to help out. That would be great. Now, on the 13th of December, there is going to be Wacky Science, which will be during the school day as well. That is one of our cultural arts programs. And on the 13th at 2:30, we're going to start decorating for our Polar Express, which is going to be on Monday the 16th. So we will also need volunteers to help with the decorations. The evening of the 16th, which is our Polar Express, how many of you have been to Polar Express? Raise your hand. So you know it's like a really cool evening. So we're gonna have crafts, we're gonna have the movie play, we're going to have a DJ, and we're going to have Santa, and your kids can have their photo taken with Santa for free. You will get a print sent home with your student about a week after the event. We will need volunteers during that event for traffic control. We've asked our Fathers Club to help out with that. We will need a couple of volunteers for refreshments, an assistant for the photographer. I will need help. And a couple extra people to hang out to help clean up afterwards. Then it's the new year, 2020. January 14th will be our first meeting of the new year. And on January 22nd, we have a tentative STEM night planned. We have not decided on a theme, so if anybody has seen some recent inspiration, please send me a text, send us an email, Facebook message, tweet, however you want. If you've got an idea, please tell us about it. Then January 27th through February 7th is our park weeks. We do readathons, all sorts of good stuff that I'm going to have Ms. Cruz explain more about, as her and Mrs. McEwen are the co-chairs of this event.
Thank you for that. Okay, so as Mrs. Kelly said, park will begin January 27th to February 7th. The first week is going to be the same kind of routine. You'll get a packet home. Students will record their minutes read. And our theme this year is going to be Passport to Adventure. So look forward to all of the information that will follow. Are we going to share what the incentive is? Not yet.
Not yet.
There is an awesome incentive for the class that is able to accomplish the most minutes read. So I'm sure they'll be coming home and be very excited about it. Again, Passport to Adventure.
We'll share that at the opening
At the opening ceremony? Okay, so they will find out that day. That's about it.
I'll give you guys a hint, it involves the principal.
But not beans. No beans. The kids know I hate beans. Make me do anything with beans, I'll vomit.
Well, any and all beans?
Well, during that fun park program, PARP stands for Pick a Reading Partner. I didn't really understand what that meant when my kids first started going here. I'm like, what the heck is PARP? Pick a Reading Partner. It's a way to get the kids reading and get them excited about it. During the park weeks, because it's 2 weeks, we'll have a snuggle up and read night here at the school. You come in your PJs, you go from classroom to classroom, and you'll have a guest reader in each classroom. We will also have the book fair going on the 29th through the 31st of January. We will have evening hours during the snuggle up and read night. We will need volunteers for during the day, the 29th through the 31st, and the evening of the 30th. If there is a parent who would like to be a guest reader at Snuggle Up and Read Night, that would be great. We'll get you a room, you pick your book, you get your reading on.
You want to tell them about the bulletin board challenge?
We're thinking of a bulletin board challenge. We'll have some judges come in, and we pick a theme, which is going to be the Passport to Adventure, and a family can take on the challenge of decorating one of the many bulletin boards we have in the school, and then we'll treat it like a contest, and we'll have some guest judges come in and decide whose is the most fabulous, and then we will have prizes for first, second, and third place. Don't all jump at once, people. And when January's over, then there is February. February 11th, we are going to have a puzzle night. And we would love to have some volunteers help pick out the puzzles and the activities that we will have during that event. It will be an evening, you come in and you use your brain and assemble, disassemble, build, not build, draw, etc. Volunteers for that would be greatly appreciated. March 12th is Lucky O Bingo Night. We will have raffles, we will have bingo games, prizes, refreshments, general merriment, wear your green, be shamrocky. The Kelly twins are dancing in anticipation of keeping it because it's on their 7th birthday. For example, we're getting Jets tickets to raffle off. There's a major list, and of course I'm having a big brain fart right now, and I don't remember any of them. So my apologies, but we will have a list of all the raffles that will be included in bingo night as the evening approaches. And we've got a bunch of stuff in April and May and June as well, but I can tell I'm kind of losing the crowd, so we'll save that for our January meeting, and I think it's time for Students of the Month. Are you guys ready? Yeah, let's talk about the good kids. Miss Caitlin, you want to come up and help? Thanks. Awesome. Definitely my favorite part of our PTA meeting. So, and I look out into the audience and I always get excited when I see some repeat Students of the Month. So our first student of the month is a kindergartner, Ava Furno. Would you come on up, please? I'm going to have you hold this. You're going to turn and face the crowd, okay? And I'm going to tell you all the wonderful things your teacher tells me about you. So, your teachers tell me that you're cooperative, you show leadership, you're considerate to others, you have an outstanding attitude, overall great achievement, great attendance, and they say in the few short months that Ava has been in our class, she has shown that she is more than ready to learn and grow as a kindergartner this year. Since the first day of school, Ava has followed the routines and procedures of our classroom, which is not always easy to do in a new school with new teachers. Ava is sweet, kind, and caring, and is always willing to help others. She is a true example and role model for her classmates, and she always brings a little sunshine wherever she goes. We know she will have a great year in kindergarten and will continue to make a positive difference in our classroom and school. Keep up the great work, Ava. Congratulations. Come on, sweetheart, come over here. So take this with you. I'm sure your family wants to take a nice big picture. We taking pictures here. Hold this up. Hold on. Give me this. Let me show you. This is this. Okay. The other hand on this side. There you go. Now let me see this. This. Okay, big smiles. And then for you, hold on. We have a book and a Student of the Month bracelet. You're welcome. Congratulations. Our next Student of the Month is a first grader, Aria Mulligan. Come on up. Okay, my friend, I need you to hold that up, turn it the other way so your family can see it. I'm loving the pearls. Mom, if you want to come up a little closer, it's okay. We won't bite, I promise. You got lots of fun stuff going on this page that your teacher put up here. I can't wait to read it. All right, so, you ready? Aria, your teachers tell me that you're cooperative, you're considerate to others, you have great achievement, amazing effort, and with hearts, 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 and stars, they say. Aria is a shining star in our class. She is the class model, is always willing to follow the class rules, and is cooperative. She shows great listening skills, has a kind heart, and is a good friend. She encourages others to do their best and shows she cares by offering to lend a hand to her classmates and giving her bright smiles to all. We are super proud of the endless effort Aria gives during all subjects. She is a complete pleasure to have in class, and we look forward to continued acts of kindness and amazing effort. Way to go, Aria. Congratulations. Nice job. Do this. And you're going to see Miss Caitlin. She's going to give you your Student of the Month book and certificate. Congratulations. Okay, our next Student of the Month is in 2nd grade. Would Christian Morales come on up and join us, please? Congratulations, sir. You should hold that, turn around, give a nice big smile.
So, your teacher, Mrs. Yaker, says that you're cooperative, you show leadership, you're considerate to others, you have an outstanding attitude, great achievement, great attendance, and she says, Christian is a sweet, kind boy who enters the classroom every day with a cheerful greeting. I've enjoyed watching Christian grow in second grade academically as well as socially. He is always willing to help others and share with his classmates. He is also an excellent role model as he is always attentive and a hard worker. Continue the awesome work. Nice job. Awesome. And you're going to see Caitlin. She's going to give you your Student of the Month band and your book. Okay? Go ahead. Go ahead, Caitlin. You can do that. Thank you. Wow, this next Student of the Month and I go way back to when he was in kindergarten. Julius, would you come on up, please? Nice job, my friend. Turn that around, give a nice big smile. Hold that up so Dad can take your picture. I have to say, too, that I think Julius's dad should get, like, Dad of the Month, too, because since kindergarten, yeah, he has come to, I think, every event, offered to help, always willing to be a part of our school culture and family, and so you're pretty lucky for your dad. Let me tell you what teachers have to say about you. They say that you're cooperative, you show leadership, you're considerate to others, you have an outstanding attitude, great achievement, great attendance, and an overall kind child. They also say that Julius is a responsible, hard-working student. He shows his kindness each day by always lending a helping hand to both peers and his teachers. Julius's enthusiasm towards school helps to make our classrooms more fun. We are very proud of Julius and feel lucky to have him as a student. Congratulations. Shake my hand. Thank you. Wait a second. Don't go anywhere. Go see Caitlin. Nice job, Julius. I always love when we have some repeat Students of the Month. It just kind of solidifies the excellent things that they're doing. So, Michaela Roeder, our second-time Student of the Month, come on up. Here you go, Miss Michaela. Turn that around, give a nice big smile. All right. So, Mrs. Platecart tells me that you're cooperative. I already knew that. You show leadership. Do that too. You're considerate to others, outstanding attitude, overall great achievement, great attendance, and she says that Michaela is a little ray of sunshine. It's a good thing I got my glasses on. She comes into school every day prepared and ready to learn. I can always count on her to set a wonderful example for her peers. She excels in all academic areas, but is humble. She is someone others go to for help. She willingly gives up her lunch one time each week to be a positive role model for others. She does the right thing even when no one is looking. She is someone with integrity, and she makes me proud every day. Congratulations. Nice work. Nice job. I say this all the time, and I never get tired of it. It is the most fulfilling job to be the building principal when we have such amazing kids and such amazing families. Last but not least, Gurneet, come on up, sweetheart. You are by far one of the hardest working students I've ever had the pleasure to be the principal for, so congratulations, sweetheart. Pull this up. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, Gurneet, your teachers tell me that you're cooperative, you're considerate to others, you have an outstanding attitude, you have great attendance, and they also say that Gurneet is a kind, hardworking young lady. She always pays attention and gives 100%. During group work, she is on task. She walks in the door each day with a smile on her face, ready to begin her day. Gurneet is honest and always ready to lend her teachers a helping hand. Congratulations, sweetheart. Nice job. How about another big round of applause for all of our Eagle Students of the Month for December. We also need to give a round of applause to their parents, guardians, and family who support them, that help make them such amazing children. So give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you so much. I am going to turn this back over to Mrs. Kelly, and again, I just want to wish everyone a very healthy, happy holiday season.
And I'm gonna make it super quick. All students of the month, could you meet me in the back by the milk cooler, right? That's what that thing is?
Yeah.
The milk cooler, so I can take your picture with Mrs. Scahill. And we have some snacks and some water if the kids have got a case of the munchies. Have them come right over here and grab something on your way out. And with that, we're done. Thank you very much for coming.
Thanks, everybody.